What's going on, guys? In this video, we're going to cover today's price action. I was making some annotations on the screen when I was doing the live webinar today inside of Evolution Traders. By the way, if you guys want to take that last spot, we had someone join yesterday. I've got one left. I'm doing away with the lifetime membership just to kind of focus more on the core group of members that we do currently have. Let's go over the chart here. The top red line is going to be the top linear regression supply zone. Again, remember, I do all my charting on Thinkorswim, so I pull up the linear regression channel 50, and that's what's on my chart. The purple line is the 20 SMA. The yellow line is the 200. The flat white line that you see on the screen is the middle linear regression channel, and the bottom green is the bottom linear regression demand zone. So with that being said, we're opening up a little bit green going into the market open. We had a little bit of a pop come just right before the market opened, and then immediately we pushed into that top linear regression. So what I was looking at was that 30-minute opening range. That 30-minute opening range is this dark black box that you can see on the screen. Okay, this is the 30-minute opening high, 30-minute opening low. Typically what I'm looking to do with that 30-minute opening range is take it for a quick scalp. Okay, so on all my funded accounts right now, I'm still playing micros. I'm playing 5 micros. I'm looking for a 75 tick take profit and a 25 tick stop loss. Again, we're just running the numbers and we're going through the trade. So far, we're operating this month alone at around 90%, and I'm taking 30-minute opening range plays, and I'm taking 5-minute 20 SMA plays. Again, very limited data on this stop loss and take profit. Only 21 trades are in the books for this month. So with that being said, you can see here we put in this high at 655. All we're looking to do is see this get confirmed. Now, when it gets confirmed, what I was telling some of the members on the call this morning is that on the 30-minute and the 1-hour chart, we had resistance. We had resistance here at around 715. Okay, so 18,715, there was resistance on the 30-minute and the 1-minute chart. So I knew that I wanted to be out going into that 715 price, and I wanted to see if that target was going to get hit. Sure enough, the entry price was over the 30-minute opening range, sitting at 19,696. And as soon as we confirmed that 30-minute opening range, we went all the way up to 18,720. So that 75 tick take profit was taken, and it was a good take profit because it immediately reversed. The second trade of the day was the 20 play short. Okay, so we got a close below the 20 SMA at 720. This was the second trade of the day, and this was also a winner. I immediately locked up one of the funded accounts. The evaluations, I was trading mini contracts, so we had some very, very nice gains on that. Again, you guys know that I trade evaluation and combine accounts very aggressively with the size, again, because we're trying to pass those as soon as possible. Now, there was another trade setup that happened as we pulled all the way back into the 200 and the linear regression. You kind of see a little bit of a stall, okay? And it was this candle at 8:15 Pacific Standard Time that started to gain my interest. We came into the linear regression demand zone, and what I was looking at is using this existing low of day as a stop, and then kind of seeing green take out red, right? Green take out red, green take out red. We wanted to get back over and then play this into the 200 and the 20. Now, if I would have known that it was going to run all the way up to high of day, I should have just held the trade. But again, I'm a scalper. I'm not this long hold time trader where I'm going to look for 50, 100, 200 points a day. I'm just looking for, 15, 20 points. Again, in this particular instance, I'm looking for 75 ticks, which is not even 20 points. It's around 18.5 points. Also, we got a 20 SMA play long. Now, on this 20 SMA play, it does confirm. It doesn't really pay out right away, and it does throw you in drawdown. So in this particular instance, what you need to do, I'm not trading at this particular time because I went to go grab coffee. I ended the call. But again, some of the members did catch this. So what we need to do on this particular play is when you start to look at the reason why candle be 34 points, you have to immediately size down, because in this particular instance, we need to give ourselves the full range. Okay, so we're going to give ourselves at least 35 points on this particular play. So if we do play 1 micro, that's potentially a $70 loss. If we play 2, that's a $150 loss, and I'd be okay with that. So 2 micros, and we're going to try to target something close to a 1-to-1, anywhere between 20 and 35 points. You be my guest of whatever you want to take. That eventually does hit. Now, once we get into this high of day, I did have a little bit of a thought idea. If we break the initial balance high and we set a new high of day, we can continue to trend up. Okay, support would be at 18,668. If this pulls back, look for support bounces in the 60s as low as 35. So again, it does pull all the way back. below the 60s and below the 35. So there was no real bounce play there until, you know, power hour, once we finally did start to bounce off the 600. So we did pull back a little bit more, but again, we were just looking for those opportunities. Now the next opportunity that we had was definitely right here at around 10:40 in the morning Pacific Standard Time. Had a conversation with one of the members because this trade here was a full stop loss, right? If you're giving yourselves 20 to 25, 30 points as a risk, because the range of this candle is 62 points. So it's a legitimate play. It's a legitimate play. Even this short position here, it does, you know, quickly confirm and it immediately bounces against you. These are legitimate plays. On this first one, the only problem I see is that the 50 was right here. So what I would have rather have done is allow it to break the 50 and then confirm, and then that would have been a short because we had a lot more room into the 200 in linear regression versus taking a short right into demand. Okay, but if we're just following the 20 SMA strategy altogether, this is a legitimate stop loss. There's nothing more you can really do about it. The only thing you can really do is just assume the full risk of the reason why candle, but play 1 or 2 micro contracts. So you're going to lose $100 to $150 or something like that, right? That's all you can really do. Okay. So we don't want to get too cute. Either take the loss and control it and then move on and look for the next setup, which the next setup would have been this 20 SMA play here that does confirm and it ends up going down, would have paid off here. Now, there was another potential bottom here that didn't really work. Came into this 200. We tried to bounce. Again, I could see how someone would have tried to want to, you know, take this long off the 200, thinking that this was going to be a higher low. However, it broke down and it closed below. So again, no play here. Now, at this point in time, at 11:30 in the morning, okay, for me here in California with the market closing at 1 p.m., my day is done. The good trade was the 30-minute opening range break, which actually did break to the downside, which one of the members on the call today let me know that they took it not only to the long side for 20 points, but to the downside, the opening range break to the downside for 20 points as well. Quick 2 trade, 2 and done actually on the day there. So as we get into this, you got to think about, there's not a lot of opportunities that are going to be happening the later on in the day. So what we need to do is size down and assume the full reason why as your stop. For me personally, you guys know already that my trade window is the first 1 to 2 hours of the market open. And then everything after that normally is just evaluations and combines. And I'm assuming more risk at that point in time because the market's a little bit more choppy. So even on this 20 SMA play, it's a 62-point range. Just assume the full candle, play 1 or 2 micros, be down 120 or 240 on one potential trade, and try to take something close to 1-to-1 and play it the best that you can. Again, because price action, you can't really start to trust it a lot later in the day. There was a 20 SMA play here in power hour at 12:25 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. The range of this candle was 41 points. Let's call it 42 points. Again, if you're trading 1 micro contract, what you're looking at here is a full reason why stop around 40 points. So again, if you're trading 1 micro, you're going to put yourself down at around $80 if this potential trade loses. Now, this one does confirm. Again, high price 18,647, and then into the close pushes all the way up to 18,698. So from the price of 47 to 98, we're talking about almost 50 points here. So you would have made your money. Again, you know, if you would have taken it on the first little pop here, within 5 minutes, it goes from 647 all the way up to 663. So just over 10 to 13 points here on this first pop. Again, there's different ways to play it, right? Like you don't have to look for a 20-point target. You can take 5 points. Your win rate's going to be a lot higher, but those losses is going to put you back 2 or 3 trades. You can try to target 10 points, which is a little bit more in the sweet spot. Or you can target 15 or 20 points. You know, take your best bet, but what you need to do is run the data. You got to run the numbers and see, can you hold that long to get 20 points? You know, or do you maybe want to scalp a little bit quicker, tighter to the vest, between 5 and 10 points? Again, this is what we were looking at. The price target was up here towards a new high of day on the potential bounce down here. Again, 20 SMA play confirmed. So I'm putting these annotations in as the market is going live. This is not like something, you know, where the market closes and then I start making all of these lines on here as these plays are setting up on the live stream, what I'm doing is putting in the annotation so we can kind of see exactly what's going on and then play off of that. Again, not every play worked. We had a one play here worked, this play worked, this play worked, but these ones didn't, right? This didn't. You would have had to take 33 points worth of heat before it actually paid off. So again, if you didn't assume 33 points of risk, you would have gotten stopped out. So just keep that in mind. You know, this play I could see how it worked for someone and someone else got stopped out. This potential bottom here, if you were looking to bounce off the 200, did not confirm. You would have taken a loss on this trade. However, this 20 SMA play did work here. So, you know, if you look at it, you're kind of splitting hairs. What really makes a good trader is a trader who can, you know, identify these occurrences that are happening in the market, and then basically, you know, catching your 1 or 2 winning trades on the day and then trying to lock it up and come back tomorrow, right? The longer you trade, the more potential you have at giving money back. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Remember, if you do want to join, that link is down in the description box below. I've got 1 space available at the lifetime rate, and then we're just doing away with it, right? I'll figure something else out, but I don't want the room to get absolutely swamped. I want to focus on the people that I have. If you guys need more Apex accounts, because that 80% off sale is ending in a few hours. Again, I understand Apex runs sales what seems like non-stop, but what they have right now is the $85 lifetime activation fee, the 1 data pass, and the 80% off with, I believe, $40 or $50 evaluations for 100,000 or 150K accounts. So you use the code SAVE80, use the link down in the description. I'll see all of you guys on the inside.